Hello, friends. Happy Saturday. Thank you for bearing with me. Well, I was running just a little bit behind this morning and for adapting to my time change. I'm so glad that you are joining me today. I'm just going to do a quick part. Awesome. Let me get the chat where I can see it, but also where I can see exactly what I'm doing live without a delay. Just got to get my area all set up here. All right. Hello, Denise. Hi, E. Miller. Hi, Lee. Um, my friend Holly Sparkle, Holy Sparkle, messaged me that she is in another retreat, so she's not going to be able to join me today, but that's a-okay. I obviously completely understand that, and I hope she's having so much fun in her craft retreat. Hi, Joy. Oh, no worries. I answered to pretty much everything when it comes to my name. And thank you guys so much for um being patient with me. Well, I delayed my live by 2 hours, and then I was running a little late. I had to make sure I had water, and I had to make sure I went potty before. TMI probably, but hi, Randy. Thank you. I'm so excited that you're here. Joy had time to, oh, yum, eat a beignet. Good for you. I am a little jealous. Hi, Terry. Happy Saturday to you as well. And Lisa, she needed to caffeinate more. I feel that. I've already had 2 coffees today, though, so I probably should not. I haven't even put my rings on for the day. Goodness. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and be honest with you all. I expected to get more prepped for this live than I did. But in the end, yesterday we went paddleboarding. So it was a beautiful day. It was the first really nice day that we've had. So we ran up to our favorite little lake in the area and paddleboarded until about 6. And then we got home and we had a friend of ours who texted and was like, "Hey, do you want to meet for a drink?" So we met her for a drink and then made a last minute decision to go to a movie last night in our cute little movie theater in town. So I ended up not getting nearly as much prepped and ready as I wanted to. So I got one little thing prepped. Everything else we're going to have to do together live. So we may end up only getting a couple of cards done today in the time we have before I don't want to take up your whole Saturday afternoon. So, and here is what I'm going to say about that. I am going to give myself grace because I really wanted to probably create more like 4 cards with you guys and really like use the entire June clubs. But um, that's okay. I am not going to regret spending time in Montana with my husband and our friends and our loved ones. So I'm going to embrace that. We will get done what we get done today. And we're going to, it's going to be fun no matter what. I don't really have any like Hawaiian or luau inspired clothing or accessories, but I do have this cute little Montana shirt that has flowers on it. So that's about as luau-esque as I get, according apparently. Thank you, Denise. Hi, Maggie. Oh, it's your anniversary, Terry. Well, congratulations. Thank you for spending some time with me. I do appreciate that. All right, so let's grab my little stash stacks here and let's get this flipped around and let's take a look at some of the goodies, and then we'll get going on creating a couple of cards together. You're going to have to be super chatty with me because we are probably going to be doing a bit of die cutting, and I know that that can sometimes seem a little tedious. I only got like 1 set fully die cut out, so exactly, Lee. I am fully embracing that. And here's the thing. I'm going to give myself uh, a round of applause that I did finally get my act together to do a live with the club kits. I've been using the club kits for over a year now, but I've never gotten my act together enough to do a live. So I'm going to give myself props for finally getting it done this month. And here is hoping that each month I just get more prepared and have more chance to feature more goodies. So, oh, a couple things should mention. Links. So all the subscription links are in my video description. And this is Spellbinders' 23rd birthday month, and they're like celebrating like wild. So there is so much goodness happening at Spellbinders, so you definitely want to check that out. There's like tons of free gifts. There's like these cute little stickers that they're putting in. There's 4 different sticker designs, and so they're putting them in each order. Oh my gosh. There is a cute little Sir Spelly dragon. He's free with a $150 purchase. Assuming that probably doesn't qualify for clubs, but don't quote me on that. And so for club members, they are upping the normal discount. So like I think it's normally like 10 or 15%. They are increasing that discount. Um so uh it's a great month to sign up. If you aren't already deluxe and all clubs crate member, they get the most discount and the most incentives. But I think every single club they're giving like extra stuff too. So it really is a good it's really a good month to sign up if you haven't yet. And this month is so cute. So we're going to take a peek at all of the clubs, and we're going to create a couple cards with some of them. And I will finish making club cards, probably not live, over this weekend, and start sharing all of them. So that being said, now let's flip the camera over and take a look at all of the cute stuff that are included in this month's clubs. I always say the wrong thing. And I probably need to, because I hit this. So let me get this all straightened up. All right, so Spellbinders makes these stash stacks, and I absolutely love them for holding my club kits each month. They keep them all organized. I don't get the cardstock pack that they put in the All Clubs crate, but I have all Spellbinders cardstock. So I went through and I think I have the colors that are included in the All Club crate. And then I'm going to add a little bit of colors to that. Of course I am. Thank you, emailer. I appreciate that. Lee, I actually did that for a long time too. I was actually a club member for a very long time before they asked me to create projects with it. And I kind of did the same thing. Like I would just let them stack and stack and stack. But it was when I was working for Pink Fresh. And so I didn't have a whole lot of extra time. So now I do use them. And I will say they're a fabulous deal. The clubs, I think, are a fantastic deal compared to when they release them at full price. And the All Clubs crate is probably the best deal in all of them. So it's definitely worth it if you love Spellbinders product. It's definitely worth it to do the All Clubs crate. Oh, thanks, Roxanne. I'm glad that I helped out with you being late too. Hi, Sissy Sue. And yes, thank you, Terry. I really appreciate that. She has just put a reminder out there to use their links. I do earn commission when you sign up for clubs and when you shop from my Spellbinders links. So of course, I really super appreciate that. Okay, so I think these are the colors that they included in the cardstock this month. I don't know the color names by heart, but these are from their pinks. This is, I think, Bellini, but don't quote me on that. One of the yellows, 2 of the greens, a nice light blue. This is actually from their purple, even though it looks pink. It's kind of a very pretty purpley pink, and then just a tan. So I am adding to the mix the lightest shade of in the orange, which is kind of like more skin toned, Caucasian skin toned anyway, and mint, and then of course 3 shades of aqua. And then, of course, I'm going to grab golds and all of that good stuff as well. So those are the cardstock colors I am going to be reaching for today. Now let's go ahead and take a look at all of the fun stuff here. Okay, let me get this pulled away. Now, when you do the All Clubs crate, you get some exclusive goodies. And I always like to print out the little guidelines that Spellbinders offers for their die sets. I like to print those out because when it helps me know how to assemble them and like what piece is what. So I like to print them out and have them on hand. So these are the two exclusive dies that are included in the All Club crate this month, and I just am I'm kind of obsessed with them. The hula girl, like, and it's meant to be like the thing that's on that goes on your dashboard. I think we're going to put a little spring on her so that she can actually hula, because we are going to create with these two adorable elements today. So I get mine a little differently. They just come in bags, and so I just throw them onto magnets. So this one I have fully cut. So all we'll need to do is assemble her. But we will need to cut the cute little penguin out together. So we will do that together. So that is the exclusive for the All Clubs crate. So then I think the other thing we're going to create together today is the Mahalo Sea Turtle. This is the small die of the month. Now we will have to do this all together, but I think it will make a really fun shaker card. I'm actually really super excited about that. And I mean, the sea turtle is so darn adorable. So I think we'll make a cute shaker card together with the sea turtle. Hi, Leanne. I know, right? I can't wait to do the wobbler. I think it's going to be so fun. So I'm really super excited about that. So I think we'll make a shaker card with the Mahalo Sea Turtle. Now, a couple of sets I'm probably not going to use live is this is the stitching die. Super adorable. I do plan on using it, but I'm a very slow stitcher. So this would be better for me to do on my own. So I will create something with this. So be on the lookout for it on my socials in the next week or so. And then finally, as much as I love this one, I'm probably not going to create with it live either, just because it's a lot of little pieces. So this is one I'll probably make just on my own as well. But I am obsessed with this one as well. So I can't wait to use it, because you get to create the word aloha, but you get to put like flowers in there, and like you can put a flower in place of the O. It's so cute. So today I am going to focus on the, where did it go? I'm going to focus on the Mahalo Sea Turtle, the Aloha Hula, and the Penguin in Paradise. And then this is just a little look at what you can do with the stamp set. I'll use some sentiments from the stamp set as well. And then finally, we will probably, we may ink blend a background if we have time with the stencils. And I will likely use the embossing folders in a couple of my backgrounds. So this one I am obsessed with. It is the pineapple. That's just the standard embossing folder. And then you've got the kind of, I don't know what those are called, like the masks, like Mayan. It's probably not Mayan, but I don't know. It's just, they've got little palm trees. It's just a really pretty, somewhat tribal pattern, I guess. I don't know the best thing to call it. But yeah, so I think that's what we're going to focus on for my live today. And then I will finish up creating projects for the clubs just on my own, so not live. But let's go ahead and start by assembling our cute little Aloha Hula girl. So I did cut out my hula girl to look like me. So she is Caucasian. Hopefully that's okay. I went with colors that were in the, I tried to stick as much with colors that are included in the kit, although I did add a couple of additional colors here and there. So this one, I have all of the little pieces ready to go. And then we've got our little assembly guide. Tiki, thank you, Terry. That is the word that I could not get. It was on the tip of my tongue, but it just wasn't there. And yes, the stitching dies are beautiful, but for me especially, I am just not the greatest stitcher in the world. So it does take me time to do the stitching. So it's just better if I do those ones on my own. I know, the penguin is so adorable. And I just learned something new. My printer started printing double-sided, but I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually kind of thrilled it did that, because now I feel like I am wasting less paper when I do that. So it just kind of started doing that today when I printed these out, and I'm like pleasantly surprised at that. I fight with that printer so much that it finally did something. It finally did something right. All right, let's start assembling our cute little hula girl. So I think we got to start with her hair. I think that's where all of the fun begins here, because I think we start with her hair and then we build on and do her little body. And I 100% use the little guides that Spellbinders provides. And if you go to the product link, and if they have one of these guides, they include them in the product link on their website. And all you have to do is just click on it and save it. And I'm going to give you guys a little tip. When you click on their stuff and save it, it's normally a WebP file. My computer doesn't completely love WebP files, honestly. So I installed a I can't remember what those are called now, but basically it's like a little add-on to my browser extension. It's an extension to my browser that when I right click and save an image, I can, oops, I think I forgot to cut out a back element for her eyes because, oh, you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll just go in with a pen on the eyes because now it looks like she has the same colored eyes as her hair. You know what? I'll just go in with a pen in there and make them darker. That will work. Anyway, so I added an extension that will save the files as JPEG, which my laptop prefers over WebP files. So just a thought. Oh, Jen, I was on the lake yesterday. So today actually looks like it's actually pretty nice out there, but the weather wasn't intended to be great today. So we went to the lake. We left right when I ended my live yesterday. We went up to the lake and had spent the evening paddleboarding. Today it's actually pretty sunshiny out, but I think it's only supposed to be high in like the mid 60s. So I am live today, and I didn't send out a normal reminder today via email because I had the Altenew blog hop went live today. And so I sent everything together in the email with the blog hop. I didn't want to send 2 emails in the same day. So that's funny, Joy. I didn't want to, oh, wait, I need to put her bikini top on first before I put her arm over top. So I didn't want to send 2 emails out, so I just put them together. But, you know, not everybody might not have seen it, but that's okay. It's also Saturday, so I don't expect live attendance to be super large while it's live, especially in the summer. Well, almost summer. All right, so then I think her little arm, I know she does need sunscreen. This hula girl is supposed to, basically she's emulated after me. So, and I definitely wear sunscreen. Oh, shoot. I also need to, okay, I'm going to take her, I got to rip her arm off. Hold on. Her arm has to be ripped off because we have to add on her lei first. That's got to go on first. Okay. I'll get this figured out, friends. This is, so you're getting a real look at what I do when I am just using these die sets on my own. You're getting a real look at how that goes, because oftentimes I'll glue something down and then I'm like, oh wait, it doesn't go there. All right, so now we can put our arm back on. Oh, I think the hula ink penguin. How cute would a hula ink penguin be on a Christmas card this year? Like, do like Mele Kalikimaka? That's the name of that song, right? Yes, I love pink. That would be a super, this could actually be a really fun Christmas, card. So then I think her hula skirt goes on next. Yep. Okay. So I always like to apply the glue to what I'm gluing to, just because then I don't get glue in places that I don't want it. Yes, it means Merry Christmas. Perfect. So I am also very pasty white, Lee. So I joke that the only color I get is transparent, less transparent, and red. So that is my plight in this life. So I think these go, trying to think of how these go on here. That definitely looks like it fits there. And then do you go in the middle? How do you go on here, little friend? Maybe that's just intended to go on the top. Ah, I think it is. Because that looks like it kind of goes right. And then that looks like it goes there. So then maybe you just go here-ish. All right, well, I'm just going to put glue at the very top of the grass skirt elements. Oh, Joy, I didn't know that. That's I love learning interesting little facts about people. I did not know you were born in Hawaii. That's really, really cool. I've never been. I do want to go. Oops. I do want to go one day. But it just hasn't been a thing yet. I haven't been able to get there quite yet. All right, so then do I want to tuck this one under? No, I think we'll just kind of put it right up on top there. Oh, hi Sherry. I just am now seeing your little message you popped in here. I'm so glad you're joining me. All right. Well, her little skirt is really very cute. And then this, I think, is intended to go on top to kind of look like a belt. So that, yeah. All right. We're going to put that guy on there. Oops. So let's see. Well, that's adorable. I love this little girl. She's so cute. And I think putting a little spring or a little wobbler on her is just going to make her even cuter. Okay. So we've got that part done. Let's be brave. All right. I'm going to take a pen and I'm going to color in her eyes because I don't want her to have the same color eyes. There. I think that just makes her eyes stand out a little bit better. Okay. Isn't she adorable? Rainbow hula girls. That would be fun. Give them like little rainbow colored skirts. That would be adorable. Okay, so we've got these two tiny little green, they're like her little ankle cuffs. So let me put those on her first. All right. Okay. I'm gonna get an embellishment picker here. That one, I think might have turned over. Okay. Well, those are so cute. Thank you, Deborah. I think she's turning out pretty sweet here. All right, get those into place there. And then I think this guy is like, goes on her waist. So underneath her little belt, just like so, matches her lei. All right, like that. This one might not want to adhere very well because it's kind of those little grass skirt strings. There we go. And then we have her, these little tiny pink, put them down here. These are like her wrists, or I think they go on her arms, like her armbands, and then these, and then two go above her little ankle cuff things. Oh, I didn't do a glittery lei. I should have. I didn't really think about it. But I kind of just, I went with the colors. I went with the cardstock in the kit. So that's kind of what I focused on. I didn't really even think about adding glitter. That would be really cute though. Oh, maybe add some glue first, Lea. All right, and then these, one set goes right above her little wrist or her little ankle cuffs. And she's looking pretty darn cute. Oh, just look at her. She's so cute right now. And just think about when I make her wobble. But a glitter lei would be a super cute idea. All right, so then finally, we've got the flowers for her hair. And I love that Spellbinders did this in 2 pieces. So you've got the flower middle, which you cut from one, and then you can just layer the colored flowers on top, and you don't have to put tiny little dots in there if you don't want to. I just think that's genius. I love when Spellbinders makes layering these dye elements together nice and easy. Okay. Oh, thanks, Lee. Okay. Which way do I have this? This way. I probably, in the end, will add a couple of rhinestones to these flowers, so it may not matter what's in the middle, but just in case I don't, at least I do have them. Oh, how precious is she? And I think that Spellbinders has it going more directly across, but I think I'm going to angle it like so, but maybe more this way. There we go. I'm going to do it angled like this. Actually, I think I liked it the other way. Yep, just like that. It's like a little flower crown. Okay. Okay, so she is assembled. I am not going to attach her to the little mound because I want her to wobble separately from the piece that she stands on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy assembled, and then we will arrange them together when we start getting the card put together. I've actually never seen that movie. E-Miller. Okay. And so I did the little Aloha just from 2 different types of gold. I thought that would look really cute on here. Sometimes it's a little easier to pick these. There we go. Up with some tweezers. Okay. Give that a minute to set up because it's like a metallic paper underneath, which is always a little slippery. Yay, Sissy Sue. I can't wait for you to get your box. It's such a good kit. This is such a good club kit month. I pretty much always like what Spellbinders comes out with, but I am especially loving this one. Oh, it is not wanting to glue. Please work with me. Do I need to add more? Is that what the problem is here? Let's see. Oh, yay, Lee! So Lee is joining me for her first ever Creative Crate with Firefly Farm. Firefly Farm is a retailer. She has a scrapbooking, or basically a paper crafting shop in Pine Island, Minnesota. Her Trisha is the owner, and I have worked with Trisha for years and years, and I've been teaching at Creative Crates since 2021, doing about 2 to 3 Creative Crates a year with her. The Creative Crates are a virtual event, and Lee is joining for her first time, and she just got her kit in the mail today. So class is next weekend for that. We do have a ukulele in this. Okay, I'm gonna let this guy sit and hopefully it will stay adhered. So let's assemble our little tiki torch now, and then we got to cut out our hula-ing penguin together, and then we'll kind of figure out, getting this card, how we're going to finish it up and put it together. So I did cut the top layer from a little bit darker brown, so this was not included. This darker brown wasn't included in the kit, so I just grabbed a couple of scraps that I had. So I think this guy goes on the top like that. Okay. Oh, and Lee got the add-ons. Sweet. So the scrapbooking add-ons, I'm assuming, is what that was. I'm not sure. I guess I don't always know the entire thing with the event. I think it's if you do the card making Creative Crate, you can add some of the scrapbooking ones. I think that's how it works. All right. And then this little guy, I cut that from the same color, like so. Okay. Now this guy adheres behind the tiki torch. So I'm going to put glue on it. Oh, awesome. Perfect. Some of the lawn fun. Yes, I kind of forget she does that, where you can add release product. So that's awesome. I love to hear that. And thank you for supporting independent retailers. Business is not, paper crafting business isn't always an easy one to be in. So thank you for supporting when you can. All right, I think I want this flame. I think they adhere it together, but I think I'm going to adhere it just a slightly off center. I did one in gold, like a brushed gold, and then the top in ivory glitter. So let me just add a little glue. And then I am going to adhere these slightly off center a little bit. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And then to add some glue onto this guy. That's fairly. And then get that glued down on top. And I am going to let this guy secure in place a little bit because that's a skinny little element to that. Okay, let's get this. I'm going to do that shot glass thing that from a couple of lives ago. I can't remember who said it, but someone had mentioned putting like a piece of silicone in the bottom of a shot glass, and then you can just put your glue in there while you're using it. Have not gotten around to getting that done. So I plan to do that very, very soon. But while we're letting the glue set on all of those items, let's cut our penguin. Let's get our cutie little hula-ing penguin cut. This one looks pretty easy to do. All right. Real quick, I'm going to take a drink of water, and then we will get going with the cute penguin. I actually need to grab my well, actually, I might have some black scraps in here that will work. Let me see. I tend to put black scraps just in one. Yeah, I got to grab my little baggie of black scraps. So give me just 1 second. Because black cardstock is used so often on things, I try to keep it all in one place. So, and I guess I need to find the die set, huh? Where did I put the die set? Oh, here it is. All right, let's grab this little cutie. Let's get our plates. Okay, so it looks like this piece is the black. So let me find a piece of cardstock or scrap cardstock that's the best fit for that. That looks like it would work. We'll just trim off the excess here. So there is our penguin body, and then we need some white. Put this guy right here. Okay. Oh, I also need his little arms to be from black. So let me grab that piece that I put back in here. Let's see here. Okay. Wait, those are pretty skinny. Do I have a skinnier piece I could use? Sure I do. Just I can't seem to grab one. My scrap envelope is not cooperating with me, friends. All right, we'll just use this guy here. Okay, so there are the little arms. Okay, so then this guy needs to actually be cut a few times. Needs to be cut from orange for his nose and pink for his cheeks. So we'll start with pink because I do have some pink here. So I actually think I might cut this from pink twice because I kind of want to give her rosy cheeks too. So there's that. Magnet is being a little fussy. And then let's do these from two of the shades of green included in the kit. And so I've already kind of started cutting. I don't think that will fit anything. So you know what? I'm going to grab all the little scrap pieces that I've already created and just have them in a place that's easier to grab than the way I currently have them. Okay, there's that. All right. I think that is everything that I have. Okay, so now I need this lighter shade of green. Let's make his head greenery, the lighter shade. And then we'll make his hula skirt the darker shade of green. I keep saying his. It's probably a girl penguin, huh? I don't know. Although, no, there are I'm not sure what the male dancers are called. I probably should research Hawaiian culture a little bit better so I have a little bit better understanding of it. Because I know that there are the male dancers as well, which do the really cool, powerful dances. All right, let's get these guys die cut. think this cute little penguin is going to be so adorable when all put together. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw all of the pieces in here. So you guys are getting a little look into how I use all of my Spellbinders stuff. So you're actually getting to you're getting a look at this is exactly like when I'm just creating on my own, not live. This is like my exact routine. Like I find what all of the pieces do. I cut them from all of the different cardstock colors that they need to be cut from. And then I put them in like a little thing. I also have that other little dish I use sometimes. And it all works out really well. So I need to cut this little guy a couple more times. So I'm going to do the yellow for the nose. And then I want to cut it one more time from the pink because I'm going to give my cute little hula dancer, I want her to have rosy cheeks too. So we'll cut it one more time from some pink. Do you guys have the big Spellbinders scissors? They are one of my absolute favorite scissor sets. Okay, little yellow nose. They are coated, so like I cut like foam tape and all of the things with it, and they work super well. I really love them. So if you've never tried the scissors, you should. I feel like they're like almost like game changer scissors almost. All right, let's do one more set of cheeks, little cheeky cheeks for our cute little hula dancer. We'll add those to her. We'll get our penguin assembled, and then we'll figure out a fun card design for these guys. Like I said, I cannot wait to make her dance with a little, I don't know what those things are called, the little jiggler thingies. All right, cheeky cheeks for my Lea hula dancer. Oh, good. I'm glad you used the trays too, Lee. That's awesome. Did I already say that? I might have. Never mind me over here. Okay, let's assemble our cute little penguin. Okay. Now, I think that this guy is just going to be the most adorable thing in the world. Okay. Oh, that's smartly. I don't have to worry too much. I don't think my husband would ever grab scissors off my crafting area without asking me. Just because I'm pretty sure he understands the importance of scissors. It's kind of like it's the equivalent of like if your grandma or your mom had the fabric scissors and like you were threatened within an inch of your life if you touched them for anything but fabric. I feel like it's kind of this similar situation. All right, so this actually gives you it actually gives you little guidelines for where the the wings or arms, little penguin arms go. So this one goes like right on the side here, and it doesn't have much area to stick to. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm probably going to reinforce it for a moment. I'm going to reinforce that wing because it just doesn't have much. And let's glue on. First off, I want to make sure I like the cheeks on her because they are a little bit of a different shape so it has like little circle cheeks. I'm not so sure now if I think I want to put the cheeks on her. They're kind of, I don't know. Let me see. Let me look at it for a minute and see what I think. You guys can tell me your thoughts in the comments too if you like the cheeks on her or not. Oh, it's not wanting to cooperate with me very well. Okay. They kind of go off her face a little bit. I could probably fix that. I wish they were circles, but I'm not so sure. Let me hold her up closer. Oh, and of course they moved because she was a little stuck. Yeah, Joey, they just started, I think, when they changed from the caboodle to the they started calling it the all clubs crate. That was the change, I think, this year that happened with the clubs. They started adding cardstock into the all clubs crate. And I think it is, I can't remember the exact number of pieces, but it's all of those colors I showed you at the beginning. So let me know what you think on the cheeks. I don't have markers, guys. Oh, you know what? I do. I have little like Zig Clean Color Real markers that I could use. Okay, I'll probably do that. I may not do that live just because they're tucked away. They're tucked away and I would have to dig to find them. So maybe I'll do that afterwards. So, but you know what? I gave enough time for that little arm to set in place on the little hula-ing penguin. Okay. That's just adorable. Okay. Let's get his nose. And I am putting the cheeks on this guy. I think they'll be cute on this one. So it was a great thought. In the end, wasn't digging the oval cheeks on her. But good idea using markers, and I will do that. Once the slide is over, I'll add just a little bit of light pink, a little blushy blush. Okay. And of course, his cute little nose. Oh, so precious. Okay. Let's get the grass skirt on this guy. Yep, I was with y'all on I wasn't filling the cheeks on her, not the oval ones anyway, but I will. I actually do have some glitter markers, but they're like brush style, and I feel like I would make a mess. So I'll find, I think even though my clean color real ones are still technically like a brush style, I think they have a fine enough point that I can get a little bit of light pink on her cheeks. Joy says, my frugal self uses bin tops as trays. Bin tops. I don't know if I know exactly what you mean by bin tops. Like plastic bins, maybe? That's absolutely works too. Scrapbook.com just sent me these, so and I use them. You know what? I'm going to go a little bit over. Oh, so cute. Look at this penguin. He is so cute. All right. I don't really need to keep those. Even if I make another penguin, I can just recut them at some point. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do with this card. For having quite a bit of assembly to do and some die cutting to do on this, I feel like that really didn't take all that long. And I mean, my goodness, this is just so, plastic bins, gotcha. I mean, this guy just turned out so cute. Oof, that black. So I live in a very dry climate, and for some reason, especially black cardstock, it is so fibery when you cut from it. it's crazy. It just leaves little tiny fibers everywhere. Okay, so I know I want my little hula girl to stand on her little thing, and she's gonna wobble. And might just put the little hulaing penguin next to her. And I do like this guy maybe in the background. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably emboss one of these guys from some colored cardstock. Yeah, sure. I really don't. I do have a set of the Zig Clean Color Real markers, and I guess I do have the like shimmer markers from scrapbook.com. But yeah, I can't say any longer that I've never actually colored with a Copic marker, because I did end up coloring with one at Create this year. So I have technically now colored with one. But no, I don't own any markers at all. And yeah, so fun fact about me, I guess. Thanks, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. I don't think I saw you pop in, but God, this is precious. Okay, so we're embossing in the background. It's just going to add some design and texture to the background. And I think I'm going to find a light yellow cardstock, a little lighter than the yellow that they included. So I might have to go dig and grab that here in just a minute. So I think, or maybe I'll go with pink in the background. Actually might do pink. So thoughts, pineapples or the kind of tiki print? So let me know in the comments while I go find the lighter shade of pink that I want to use. Let me know, pineapples or the more tiki style. Oh, hi, Joanne. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm going to fish around for the shade of pink I want. I think I just want a really nice light shade of pink. So I will be right back for that. I think we will use blush. This is the blush pink. I think it will look really nice in the background. Okay. Okay, oh, both are cute, but tiki is a mood. Tiki. Couple pineapples. I will use the pineapples eventually, but it looks like tiki is going to be the winner on this one. And I'm not mad about that. I think that is going to be awesome. So we're going to do the tiki in the blush pink, and that's going to be our background behind our adorable little hula girl. Awesome. I love the pineapples. I'm super excited to use the pineapples, and I will absolutely use the pineapples on a future project. And I will hold on to that embossing folder for a while because I think pineapples are so cute. They're like the cutest flower, or I mean the cutest fruit, I should say. Okay, let me grab my Spellbinders die cut machine real quick. So I have found, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I have found that I prefer embossing with a manual die cut machine. I've tried figuring out the electronic machines, and they just end up not working super well to me. So I do keep my manual machines around for embossing purposes. Okay, I need to get some stuff out of my way here. So for this guy, yeah, absolutely, Randy. What I can do after I get this card finished, because I know I want to use a light yellow and emboss the pineapples with it, so I can go ahead and do that here at some point in the live. So I'm going to spritz the back of my cardstock with a little bit of water. Because I feel like I get better results Where did I put the embossing folder? I feel like I get better results when there's a little bit of dampness, and it gives you a less chance of the paper cracking as well. So, and then I've just lined it up in here in the embossing folder. So the sandwich that I use for this is the platform base A, and then the embossing folder with the paper in it, and then adapter plate D. And this is the sandwich that's actually written on the plate itself, and it really works every time. Let's see how that turned out. And it is just like totally perfect. Let me get this out of the way here. Sorry, I know that's very loud. But look at how pretty that turned out. Just so much beautiful texture. I love it. And something I love, actually, I love the debossed version too. I use both sides. I find them both really, really lovely. So I'm not sure which side I'll use on this one, but I do like them both, honestly. Joy said sometimes the real tikis are scary looking. I agree. Even these ones have a little bit of scary faces, but I think on this very pastel pink, it makes it seem a little bit less scary. And I will, Randy, do the pineapples. I'm just not going to do them right this second, but I absolutely will. Even if they don't end up becoming a card, I will at least emboss a panel. I did get my Empress Joy. So, yep, it's sitting over here to the right of me. You probably might have even seen it when I was front-facing, when I had the camera front-facing. Hi, Tracy. So glad you're popping on and joining me live. I appreciate it. You just, pardon me, finished crafting. So Tracy is one of the owners of Mustache, which is a community, also an organizing app for your craft stash. That's why it's called Mustache. And Tracy and I we met quite a few years ago at a craft retreat. I just love her. And I think that she does like a Saturday crafty get together thing with people from the Mustache community. So if you are interested in finding a fun community and a great app to organize all of the product that you have, definitely check it out. You can try it out for free. There's a free trial or like a free account. It's a limited account, but it's a great way to check it out and see all that goes into it. So just wanted to give a little shout out for that. Okay, so let's grab our little pieces. And all right, I might need to trim the panel down because I think I want it to have a what's the word I'm looking for? I want it to have a matte. I want it to matte on a white card. So yeah, I'm going to trim the embossed panel down just a little bit. So I'll be right back with that. You're welcome, Tracy. I'll be right back when I get this trimmed. Okay, so there's that. And then I need a card base. So let me grab a card base really quickly. I actually haven't even used my big Empress yet. The mini works for so much stuff, but I do have it plugged in, made sure it turned on, all the things. The plates are huge, so I actually ordered a set of smaller plates that you can use with it because the plates it comes with are absolutely ginormous. So there's that. Okay. So yeah, I wanted this to have a white mat to it. I think because I got a little dirt on the card front, so I'm going to cover it with that. Okay, I want to use some foam tape and pop this up. I'm going to reach for my very favorite, and I think I'm going to do the embossed side versus the debossed side today on this card. So I'm going to use my favorite 1mm foam tape from scrapbook.com. I just love its little bit of lower profile because I know that I'm going to pop the cute little hula girl up off of the card. There's going to be some added dimension. I want to get that lovely natural shadowing that happens, but still want this guy to go in an envelope. I'm okay adding postage, but I do still want it to be able to go into an envelope. So we're going to do the lower profile foam tape for the background. Oh, thanks, Maggie. No worries. I'm glad you like how they turned out. I am so excited to finish this card up and see how it turns out. Okay, so there's her cute little background. What in the world? No paper fiber, of course. And then we will pop this up with some foam tape as well. Tracy, I love this foam tape. 1mm foam tape is where it's at. I've got it in all the sizes. Okay, now this one is not. This is just a standard 2mm, but I'm going to put that on the little her little mound that she stands on, because I think the little spring thing that's going to make her jiggle is going to probably pop her up a little bit further on there, and I want her to kind of hula like so. Okay, we're going to center this down at the very bottom like that. Okay, so here are my little jiggler things. All right. Does this one have, do I need to add adhesive? I can't remember if this, oh no, it peels off. Okay. So I'm going to add this side. I think this side goes, I'm trying to remember which side you're supposed to use. I think that's the jiggler, right? Or is that the jiggler? I can never remember which side goes on what. Okay, so there's the two sides, and I cannot remember which goes on what. I think this one goes on her. It probably doesn't matter, guys. I'm probably making more out of this than I need to. Okay, and then let's get our little feet. And then look, she hulas. Oh, okay, good. I don't think it matters either. And look at her. How cute is that? I don't know. Yeah, I think you guys are right. I don't think it matters. So, and then she'll sit in a card, but then she actually hulas. It's so cute. Sorry. I'm getting such a kick out of that, and I don't really know why, but I am. Okay. So I think I like the tiki torch a little bit more back here. It's a very tall one. That's okay. Like I kind of want to try to put some glue in there to like have her not be so tall, but I'll do that. I'll try to do that one off camera. So, but I'm trying to figure out where I want the rest of these elements to go. So maybe the tiki torch over here, like so. And then the little penguin is just going to be in the background there. Well, if that's not the cutest thing in the world. Thanks, Tracy. Okay, let's glue down. You know what? I might put just a tiny little bit of foam tape on the top of the tiki torch. And then just add some glue to the bottom just to give it a little dimension. I think that this card is so cute. I do kind of want to rein in how much she sticks out. I'll see if I can figure that out off camera though. Might be possible. I might be able to kind of rein that in. All right, so then I like the tiki torch kind of here to the side. Hopefully it doesn't look like she's lighting her hand on fire. It does make me laugh. I love it. I think putting a wobbler on the penguin might be a little too much. I thought about it, but I think I'm going to just leave the penguin stationary. I feel like that would be a lot on one card. She wobbles a lot. So I think we're going to add, I'm going to do the same with the penguin. I'm going to put a little bit of foam adhesive off the top and then just glue down his cute little bottom. Like so. And then I think I do want to add one more sentiment. I think we're going to stamp a sentiment to add to this from the clear stamp. I like the Aloha, but it's, to me, it feels like a little bit more of a secondary sentiment. So, and then this card will be done. And I think we're going to make one more card together as long as you guys are fine with hanging out for a bit longer with me today. I did mention that this live would be longer than most of my lives because I'm trying to use up some of the kits. You know, I won't get to all of them, but I will definitely share if I can figure it out. I may have to very gingerly take it apart and see if I can glue, if I can stick a very strong glue in there to make the first part of the wobbler stick down. So I'm hoping I can make her a little bit more lower profile. But no matter what, even if I can't, that's about the cutest thing in the world. Yes, these dies are only part of the All Clubs crate. And I did mention that at the beginning. These are the exclusive dies to this month's crate. But I wanted to use them because they're so darn cute. I just love them. Okay. Let me grab the clear stamp set. Okay. And I think I'm going to have to do the hula-ing over to say hello. I mean, I just gotta. It's like the perfect, what is this stuff here? There we go. Okay. Let's see. I don't need the die. So, and then I think we're going to put the sentiment maybe here-ish. Got to see where the sentiment will fit. Probably tucked right in here. Okay. I think I'm just going to stamp it in nice crisp black, just to some white. We've got a lot of color, a lot of things going on. So I feel like that will be just a nice crisp black sentiment will be fabulous. She is a good reason to upgrade to the All Clubs crate. Now the great thing about Spellbinders is every month you can make changes. So say you see the product reveal for the next month and you decide you don't want it all and you want to change. There is adhesive on this somewhere and it is making me crazy. Like, what in the world? Got it. It's like sticking to everything. So you can make changes. You have to make your changes between the 1st and the 5th. So, one of the key things on that is like set a reminder in your phone or put a note in your calendar or your planner if you're a planner person to check out the kits. I think that they send an email out too, but it's been a while since I've been an actual subscriber, so don't quote me on that. And so make your changes. So maybe one month you do want the entire crate, but the next month you're like, oof, I only want a couple of things. I love that they do make it pretty easy to make your changes. The biggest change you do have to do when you're a current subscriber is before you unsubscribe to anything, you have to subscribe to the ones you want. So say you were subscribed to the All Clubs crate for this month. And then next month comes out, August comes out, or excuse me, July comes out, and you're like, oof, I only want a couple of things. What you have to do is subscribe to those couple of things first, and then unsubscribe to the All Clubs crate or whatever it is. So you always want to subscribe first and then unsubscribe, because if you unsubscribe to something, then it's basically like you're not a subscriber at all. So keep that in mind when you are working with your clubs with Spellbinders. You have from the 1st to the 5th of the month to make your changes. And then the 6th, which is today, is the day that the clubs open up to everybody. So people that are not current subscribers can enroll and subscribe to whatever is still in stock. I think everything is still in stock this month. And pick their kits for that month. So just a little rundown on how the clubs work if you have never been a subscriber before. Is that the right one? Oh no, that is not. I am the worst sometimes at finding the correct dies. Is that it? Got it. Someone is saying, wait, okay. Barbara said, Leah, you could put the wobbler on the penguin and use one of those pear blossom press circle things for just her grass skirt. That's a great idea. I don't have those, so that's something that I would have to add to my stash. But I will definitely keep it. I'll look for them. So for this card, I kind of had to use what I had on hand, which is those little wobbler things. But I'm going to see if I can figure out how to make them a little bit lower profile. I may not be successful at that, but I am certainly going to try. And when sometimes I am stubborn, I'm as stubborn as all get out. So I probably will figure out a way to make them lower profile. It may not be very pretty and when all is said and done, but I will probably figure something out. Okay, I do like to tape sentiment dies down even on the magnet because I feel like they have more of a tendency to shift. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Oh, that's awesome. So Barbara and maybe Della or Ella? Della, not sure. You'll have to let me know what your name is. Said that they actually have a new feature, so this is new to me. This is news to me. They have a new feature that you can actually swap clubs. So I love to hear that. I actually think that's a fabulous feature. That's a fabulous added feature. So I like to hear that they did that. All right, I'm going to cut one more layer just to give it a little bit of rigidity, a little structure. I love this sentiment. How cute is this going to be? Oh, I love this. And then it uses up this whole little scrap, and I can go ahead and feel good about tossing this little piece of white cardstock. That is awesome. Since now Spellbinders graciously sends me the kits each month, I'm not a paid subscriber. So I don't always know all of the details and all of the happenings that go along with it. So I'm happy to know that information so that I have more accurate information as I can hopefully continue to do more lives with the club product. Okay. Glue these together. We'll get this sentiment added. I'll probably add jewels and stuff once the live is over. I kind of like to ponder. Sometimes I have an exact idea of how I want to do that. And sometimes I don't. And I really don't have an exact idea right now. So I think I'll give myself some time to ponder on it and figure that out. But I think this sentiment is just going to go right here, kind of go a little over top of her leg. That might that might hinder her from wobbling. So, maybe I'll just, here, I won't put any glue there. I will tuck it under, but when I want her to wobble, I'll just pull her out over top. That will work. Okay, where did my foam tape go? Here it is. Let's just put a little bit of foam tape on here. Are you asking about this adhesive? Technically, this is a Barely Arts glue bottle, but it has just like a random sampler of adhesive that I found in my drawer. I'm just trying to get through all of this random adhesive I've had, so I don't think it technically is Barely Arts in there, but Barely Arts is my preferred glue. I'm just trying to use up. I don't like to waste things. I'm very frugal, so I'm trying to use up some glue that I have, but I highly recommend Barely Arts glue. It's my preferred. All right, so when I want to photograph it and I want to be able to see the sentiment, I'll have her leg tucked under, but when I want to show her wobbling, I'll have her leg tucked over top. That's kind of perfect, because I don't think she'll wobble. Yeah, she doesn't wobble with her leg tucked under. And there is our cute little hula girl card featuring the exclusive die set from the All Clubs crate, the 3D embossing folder, and then the clear stamp and die set. Like, I think that she is so adorable. Yes, this cute little holder is from an Etsy shop called Make It by Marco. I have had it forever, but I think they're still in business. So, but yes, that's where this is from. Isn't it adorable? And I have a rainbow one. I think they have them in all sorts of colors. But yeah, so Etsy shop, Make It by Marco, and it's like a 3D printed glue bottle glue holder. So, okay, should we make a shaker card with the little the small die of the month, the Mahalo turtle? I'm gonna grab out that guy real quick. Okay, let me get that die set. This one we're gonna have to all do together. I didn't have time to prep it and get it ready to go, but I think it's going to be a super fun one, and I'm excited to turn it into a shaker card. I think that is going to be so much fun. All right, let's start out by die cutting our turtle first. So the turtle has a few layers, and I think I'm going to make him a combo of mints and aquas. All right, so all of these little pieces, this is the eye. I think this is the back. Yep, like that. Okay. All right, yay. I'm so glad you guys are excited to make a shaker card with me with the Mahalo Sea Turtle. Oh, Sherry, that is so nice of you. She is saying mustache is amazing, and she can't say good enough things about it. So she hasn't bought a duplicate product since putting her stash in mustache. So I'm sure if Tracy is still here, she will absolutely love hearing that. So I am starting to add my cards into mustache, because the great thing about mustache is it's also a place for inspiration. So you can upload your projects, you can see other people's projects, all of the good things. So hi, Jenny Lynn. I'm so glad you're popping in and saying hi. And she just said, Lee just checked for me. Makeup by Marco is still in business, and they make all of the colors. And Pirate Lady, yes, you did stumble on a live. I'm so glad you're here. If I'm not sure if you are new to my lives or me or what, but I'm live. I try to be live 2 to 3 times a week. I think this time this time I was 3. This week I went 3. And we just have a lot of fun together. So I think he's going to have a sparkly belly. All right, let's see. How do I want to do this guy? All right, so I think we're going to do mint underneath, aqua on top. We're going to give him a sparkly little belly. And then his shell will be a little bit darker colored. And then I've got to make sure I cut his eye out. Shakers are my favorite too. So I'm really excited to create this one with you. I think it's going to be so much fun. All right, let's get our little guy planned out here. So like I said, background is going to be mint. So let me find all of my cardstock again. All right, so mint is where we're going to start. I always like to cut everything down to size here. All right, Tracy is still here, so she got to hear Sherry's wonderful compliment. I love that. And well, Pirate Lady, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you found me. If you like what you see and you enjoy paper crafting videos and live streams, I would love to have you as a subscriber. So feel free, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do all the things. And hopefully I will see you around. Okay, so then I'm going to do a little bit of an aqua toned top layer. Okay, and then I know the glitter cardstock I want to use is actually from Altenew, and I need to go find it. But first things first, let's grab some of this darker teal. And then I will grab that glitter cardstock I want. And most of our turtle will be cut out. I've got this super tiny little piece of white that I can cut this from because I think the eye needs to be cut from both black and white. So we'll do that. And then all I have to do is cut it from black, and we'll be ready to assemble our little turtle. And then we'll get going on the shaker element. Oh, I also got to cut out the mahalo sentiment as well. All right, I'm going to grab some glitter cardstock, and I'll be right back. So I know this is the Altenew Shimmering Shore glitter cardstock set, and I am obsessed with the first one, the sparkling water. As you can see, it's the one I use the most. I would absolutely die if they would offer just the sparkling water in like the bigger sets. I may actually put that out there in the universe, in the ether, to them and see what transpires, because I would pay anything. Okay, that's not true. I wouldn't pay anything, but I would absolutely love to have this in larger sheets and larger quantities. All right, and as you can see, I save every little piece of it because I don't want to waste it. All right, okay, I think that is good. Let's get this guy cut out, and then we'll cut the other eyepiece from black. Jenny Lynn, I will let Tracy. Tracy would probably be the better one to ask about the difference between mustache and Airtable. Also would suggest, I think you can join the mustache community on Facebook, and I think there probably is a lot of information out there about stuff like that. So definitely keep that in mind. Mustache is the first organizational app that I have even done anything with. So just so you know. Okay, let me get this out. All right, then I need to cut that guy from black. And oh, I should also, how did I have these in here? Oh, I think I just had the turtles by themselves. And then let's also cut out the Mahalo banner. Okay, let me grab some black. Oh, thanks, Tracy. So the Pirate Lady is newish to card making, and she loves watching videos for inspiration. Well, that is fabulous. I'm so happy you're here. There are a lot of fabulous card makers out there, so you are in for lots of amazing inspiration out there. So it can also get overwhelming. So my biggest tip for that is just enjoy the process. Find things that you really love. You don't have to buy every single thing that's out there, and that's coming from a person. I mean, I do this for a living, and part of how I make money is affiliate linking, but I'm also very real, and I'm also understand people have budgets and don't have unlimited funds. So find the things that really speak to you. And my biggest mantra that I have made for myself this year is if I buy it, I have to use it. So, and I have been sticking to that, and it is it's so nice to make sure that when you're spending your hard-earned money on something that you're actually using it. And I've really enjoyed that mantra that I've made for myself, because I had many years where I just didn't have the time. So I would buy things and then never use them, and I hated that. So anyway, random little tidbits of information for me. I know, isn't this the cutest little glitter cardstock pack? I just love it. Oh, well, good. So I use an electronic machine because I do have a repetitive motion injury in my right wrist. And it's fine right now, but I am trying to be really careful about it, of course. Look at how cute that Mahalo turned out from that gold pearl. Oh, I just love it. Ooh, you're really stuck. That's okay. I'll clean it later. But I have a couple of Scouts and I love them. They are fantastic little die cut machines. They're little workhorses. So I am sure you will absolutely love it. Okay, we'll do that background piece a little bit later. This is what we're going to create the shaker out of. But let's assemble our little turtle first and see what he looks like. All right, I gotta poke out all of the chads from him. And Tracy said she is still obsessed with ivory glitter cardstock because of me. And I am still also obsessed with ivory glitter cardstock, Tracy. So you're in good company. Still one of my favorites, and I reach for it all the time. Jenny said that's her favorite glitter cardstock pack. All right, Jenny, I'm going to put it out there in the universe. And, I'm probably going to email my friends that I work with at Altenew and be like, so we really love the, what is it called? Shimmering Shore cardstock, and would really love it bigger. So let's see. The answer might be no, and that's okay. But I'm going to at least put it out there that I am not the only one that would like to see it in a larger size. Oh my gosh, he's already cute. Okay, let me get these little chads thrown away. Absolutely, that's a great thing to do. Oh, Terry Call looks like she had some great information on. She's switching from Airtable over to Mustache. It is really very, very easy. I probably truly will never document my stash of product, but it's a great place to add inspiration and add your own inspiration if you want to. Fun little community. So, and for keeping your stash in check. All right, get this in, please. Well, that's super fun. I know a mega pack would be awesome. Exactly. So that's how I feel too, Lee. Like they can only say no, and it's okay if they say no. I totally understand. You can't have, I mean, you can't have everything, right? Like, but I am going to put it out there in the universe that I would really love that glitter cardstock bigger. All right, this got a little dry. All right, let me get his little turtle shell on here. All right, and I think that guy goes like so. And then he needs his glittery belly because I think that, which way does this go? Is that right? Ah, that way. Ugh. I mean, what sea turtle doesn't need a glittery belly? That is so cute. Thanks, Tracy. Okay, so then for his eye, what you do is you put the eyeball, so the white piece, on the back, like so, like that. And then, I gotta poke out the little inner hole here. So then for the other part, you put, dab a little glue in here. Oops, of course I accidentally didn't let the glue set up enough and I knocked him out. So then, thanks guys. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue in here. Get my embellishment piece. And then for his eye, you just put the black circle inside. And so you've got that little highlight in there. I just feel like Spellbinders is so ingenious, especially when it comes to eyes, because sometimes they're tricky. And look at, you can see his little highlight. He's so darn adorable. Oh, I can't get over it. All right, so we have created our sweet little turtle, sea turtle. Now we need to create our shaker background. So let's do that really quickly. And he's got his little mahalo banner. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. So I think we're going to start by cutting this from a panel of white cardstock, but I need to trim some down. So give me just 1 second to do that. Oh, cute. Okay, so I have trimmed this down to just slightly smaller than A2. And oops, we're going to cut this from the middle and probably look a little like this. So what I love about this is you have the inner and the outer die. So the inner allows you just to create the actual shaker element, but you can also cut out kind of almost like a frame almost. And I just think that is a really, I love when dies are versatile like that. So I'm really excited about this, and I may actually cut the frame from some glitter cardstock as well. I'll have to choose a different color because unfortunately that lovely color isn't big enough for the frame. But let's go. I think I can still use my mini on this one while I'm waiting for the other plates to come in. But yep, it 100% fits on here. And where do I want I think I want, those might match from side to side. I don't know. but I like this up at the top. That's fun that you, oh, glow in the dark filler. I taught a Halloween class last year. Might have been one of my creative crates last year, actually. I taught a Halloween class with Pretty Pink Posh, and some of my filler bits have little glow in the dark. I think they were stars and moons in it. It was so cute. Oh, so glow in the dark filler is so much fun. I wish that more companies would add, especially around the Halloween time. I think wish they would add more glow in the dark filler. I think that would be so fun. All right, so we've got this guy, and then look, kind of makes the paper kind of warpy, but that's okay. So let's cut all of those pop all of the little elements out, like so. He is so cute. I can't get over how cute he looks. It's almost like from a Pixar film. Okay, let's get all of these little pieces cut out. So this is going to become our shaker window. There is. So I haven't seen it much, but there was a super cute one from Pretty Pink Posh. It was like one of their clay confetti mixes. And some of the little pieces in it were glow in the dark. And I just wish that there was more, because I think that's so cute. I only like cute Halloween. I don't really do scary Halloween. But glow in the dark shaker filler confetti mix definitely would be classified in my world as cute. Okay, so let's grab some glitter cardstock, because I do think I want to add a little frame that can go on top of this as well. So let me grab that. I know exactly which one I want to use. Okay, so this is the glitter cardstock that I love from Michaels. It's the Recollections brand. I think the color name is Bright Aqua. So I'm going to just trim a chunk of this down to size. And I think that it's going to be real cute. Set those aside because I can still cut more things from them. So let's layer this in place. I will probably add a little bit of tape on this one because I don't want that inner piece to move on me. So let me get that nice and centered here. Okay. Oops. And of course I'm moving it. Okay. Tape that there. And that should be enough. And let's run that through. Do you want to know what I love about Lawn Fawn? And I should actually probably start picking up a few Lawn Fawn things here and there. I love that they're coming out with coloring stencils for their little critters. I'm just not a colorer. I can do really basic coloring, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. And so I just 100% love that they're starting to come out with stencils for all of their critters. I should grab a couple sets and try them out and see what I think. I think I'll like it better than coloring with marker. So I just haven't. I'm pretty busy as is, and I've kind of put a lot on my plate doing other things. But I would like to try some out. Oh, that's fun. Halloween's your favorite holiday in your house. That's super fun. I think Christmas is still my favorite holiday. I think that will always be it for me. 4th of July is really fun here in small town Montana too. But I don't decorate. Maybe once our house is built, I might decorate a little bit more, but it's actually just super fun because there's just fireworks literally everywhere. And everyone like tries to outdo each other. So I don't even have to do anything. I don't even have to buy any fireworks. I just watch everything that goes around me. All right. Oh, that's fun. these little pieces all poked out. Tedious part of the process. Hopefully you guys are hanging in there with me. Okay. All right. And then, so this, oh, this is going to be so fun. So I'm going to match it up. Oh, that's not the right one. Aha. I'm going to match it up. And so this is going to become the top of our card here. And just think, we're going to have our cute little guy. There's going to be shaker bits and glitter underneath. Oh, I think this is going to be, I think this one's going to turn out super fun too, you guys. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. We do a little cleanup, and then we'll turn this guy into a shaker window real quick, figure out our background, all that good stuff. Okay, got those pieces all cleaned up and tossed. Okay, let's get this glued onto our front element. First things first. Halloween cards are fun, Jenny Lynn. I do agree. And just for me, they just have to be cute. I'm just not into scary stuff. I can't even watch, like, I don't watch scary movies because they freak me out. Even if something is even a little, maybe not suspenseful, but if something is a little like paranormal or just a little scary in general, I'm like, we should probably watch this during the day, not at night time, because my brain is just overactive, I think, with stuff like that. And I know it's not real, but it just freaks me out. All right. I am putting this glue through the rigors today, especially not putting the pin in as often. So my apologies that I keep having to work out little chunky elements in it. Like, seriously. Oops. Goodness. Things are flinging. I'll just work this out. And I'm going to make it. There we go. I think I got the chunk out. Now it should work better. I think it had like a little hard chunk in there. Yeah, it did. Sunny Studios has several glow-in-the-dark confetti mixes. Oh, thank you, Terry. I am going to have to check those out. I think they're so fun. And I am a big fan of shaker cards, just in general. I make them a lot. If you check out my video tab, and obviously we're making one now. So if you check out my live tab, if you check out my video tab, I tend to make a lot of shakers. So I sell my cards just here and there to friends, the dance community that I am with, and shaker cards by and like hands down are the favorites of people that end up like wanting to buy a card from me for whatever purpose: birthdays, Valentine's Day, Easter, all of the things. Shakers are definitely hands down the ones that people reach for the most. So I make a lot of shaker cards. I like to make them, and they sell really well when I can sell them, or when my friends are interested. I sell them at my cousin has a little mercantile in Townsend, Montana. So she does sell my cards there. But other than that, for the most part, I just have my friends buy them from me here and there. And shakers definitely are like a clear winner. All right, well, that's pretty, right? Oh, Lee, I watch true crime like it's going out of style. For some reason, that doesn't scare me at all. So it is wild. I agree with you on that. Like, I hate scary movies, but I can watch it when it's real, when it's real life. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but I do get it. I'm in the same boat. Okay, let's grab some acetate. I think I might have to trim some down. Oh, that should work. right, we're going to grab some acetate, and I just need to trim it down to size here. Does it fit that way? Am I going to get lucky? It does. Perfect. And I don't care about it being perfect because no one's going to see the back. So, all right, we are going to add some double-sided tape. Let's see. What size? Probably 1/4 inch, huh? So we'll just grab this ultra sticky 1/4 inch double-sided tape from Altenew. Now you could use liquid glue as well. That would totally work. And I do like doing that for if the shaker bits are skinny. But because this is going back on a full panel, I think we'll just go with double-sided tape. It will work perfectly fine for creating our shaker window here. Okay, get that in place. And let's remove our release paper. Oh, that was not good. Try that from the other side. That worked better. So like we are currently finishing the final season of Stranger Things. I know we wait until the hoopla dies down on most everything. So we are just now watching the final season of Stranger Things. And sometimes if we're watching it and it's too dark out, I'm like, can we maybe start this earlier earlier in the day? All right, so there is our shaker window. So I am going to grab so this is the 1/8 thick foam tape from Altenew. I like that it seems just a little bit thicker than other foam tapes. And I want to make sure that we have enough room. Oop, I might need to grab, I'll do it at the top and the bottom. I think I'm gonna have to grab the 1/4 inch wide one here to do the sides. That's okay. So I like that it just seems a little bit thicker. And I think it will allow my shaker mix, whatever I choose to put in the shaker card, I think it will let it shake a little bit better. So we'll do 2 layers there at the bottom. And then I'm going to grab the 1/4 inch width option, because I do have that. It's the same Altenew Instant Dimension foam tape, just in, oops, got some hair here. And let's get that nice and sealed together as best we can. Okay. All right. Put this on here. Okay, and that looks like pretty well sealed. Might be a little bit in there that's not super sealed, so I'm going to show you guys a tip that I like to do on that is you can just fill it in with some liquid glue. And so if there is that little opening, your shaker mix or your glitter should not get out. And you can just do that on all of the areas where the foam tape meets, and then your mix should stay in place. Thanks, Tracy. I do have a lot of foam tape. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Companies have been very gracious with me in what they send to me. And I am very thankful for that. So, all right, I need to cut a card base, and we need to cover it with a color underneath. I think Holly is going to go there. I think we're going to do just a super, super light shade of, I think we'll go with this. I think this is what we're going to do. Yep. Just like that. Lots of blue going on this card. but I think it's going to be really cute. Oh, you know what? I have a little bit of overhang of the acetate, so I am just going to trim that away real quick. And nobody will even know I did that. Thanks, Terry. I'm glad that little tip helped. So the most common thickness for foam tape is 2 millimeter. 3 millimeter is great for shakers. And while I think that this is technically supposed to be considered 2 millimeter from Altenew, I actually think it leans closer to the 3 millimeter mark. And that's why I used it, because it will allow my shaker bits to shake in there a little bit easier. So do I want to add a stamped sentiment to this? So I've got the Mahalo. Do I want to add anything else on here? Or do I just want to stick with that sweet little... I never noticed that there was dance into your best year. I am going to have to make another hula girl card because I love that sentiment too. I do like that this one says Mahalo my friend, and I could always just trim it away. 1 millimeter is definitely becoming the more popular. I love the 1 millimeter because it's a little more low profile, and so I feel like if I layer it up, I can do like 3 layers of it together, and that kind of equals the 3 millimeter, and it's not so it doesn't make the card so dimensional. So I am a big fan of the 1 millimeter too. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth on if I want to stamp the Mahalo my friend and then find a way to like adhere this over top. I don't know. Well, I'm going to hold off on that and just get the shaker element created first. Give me your thoughts on if I should just leave the Mahalo gold sentiment or somehow use the stamped sentiment too. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Okay, this I'm going to put back in its packaging so I don't lose those little pieces. Now let me get my shaker bits here. I definitely am going to add glitter into it. So we've got some glitter. And then, what do I have? I think I'm going to use these. This is my little kit of Spellbinders embellishments. And I think I'm going to use a mix of like these clear guys. These clear sequins came in the Crafty Advent calendar from last year. Same with the purple. So I don't think they're for sale. I don't think they're for sale individually. So if you got the Crafty Advent, you have them. And then these are the Aura AB sequins. So I think I'm going to do a mix of those sequins with some glitter. So we want to make sure that the shaker mix only lands in there because we don't want it to interfere with the foam tape. So I'm going to grab my handy dandy little, it's a 1/4 inch teaspoon. I had 2 of these in my kitchen, and so I adopted one in my craft room for this very purpose. Adding glitter and shaker mixes and such to my cards. So that's probably enough glitter, and hopefully I'm doing good on getting it in the right spot. We'll kind of do that. Okay, just the gold. That sounds great to me, and that makes the card easier. And so I'm down with that. So then let's do a scoop of these just clear sequins. They don't have any iridescentness to them. They're just nice and clear. And I feel like they're maybe getting up a little too tall there. So let's kind of shimmy those on over. Okay, and then Let's do a scoop of the iridescent-y aura. And then I am going to grab my shimmering pool sequins from Altenew. And we're going to do just a small scattering of the little tiny blue ones on the top. Okay, sorry, I had to go grab them because I was not intending to use these, but I think they will be a pretty addition. And I pretty much only use the little teeny tiny ones in shaker mixes because they're way too small to adhere by themselves. So let's do like a half-ish scoop and put those right on top. I think this is going to be a lovely, that's probably plenty, a lovely, I think this is going to look so pretty in there. Okay. Yep. I think we're good on placement, and I think we're good. So I kind of did a little DIY shaker mix here with different things. Some of my favorite glitter, some of my favorite sequins from Spellbinders, and some of my favorite sequins from Altenew. As you can tell, I'm a mixer and matcher, friends. I like to be able to mix and match goodies from companies, especially embellishments. I love embellishments a lot. All right, I'm just getting this nice and centered on the panel. I will glue this to a card base eventually, but right now we're just gonna glue it to the panel and call it good. Make sure those are nice and secure. And look at that. Look at how fun that turned out. Oh, I just love this. I love shaker cards so much. I love the mix in there. It's so fun. So speaking of products, so everything that I have, so I've only linked the clubs currently in my supply list. So I should make a supply list with all of the extra things that I'm using. So, but that will be easier for me to do after the fact than it would have been able for me to do beforehand. So I will work on getting a complete supply list done. I feel like I might want another sea turtle except for he doesn't come from, I guess I could kind of do that up there. Well, we'll see. I may end up die cutting another sea turtle and adding another one. I'm not sure, but we'll go with the one guy for now, and we'll see what I think when all is said and done. When I end my live and let you guys go for the day. Once again, I've lost that foam tape I was using. This is how you know you've done a lot of crafting. There it is. I put stuff on top of it. I'm going to have to get some organizing done. Oh, Jenny Lynn, me too. She says she has an embarrassingly obscene amount of shaker fill. Yeah, same boat over here, friend. You are in excellent company. All right. Okay. Yeah, the spoon, I ordered a couple of measuring sets from Altenew, from Amazon. And I ended up, because I ordered a couple of different sets because I wanted like a big range of sizes, I ended up with 2 1/4-inch or 1/4 teaspoon ones. And I'm like, you know what? That would be perfect for adding shaker mixes and such into the mix. So some glue this little guy on here, just maybe in the middle mostly. Email her. She says embarrassingly obscene amount applies to most things in my craft room. Same girl. Great company over here. So I think most of us can say that. So I think we can all feel that sentiment. Okay. So knowing me, I will probably grab some of those matching sequins, and add a couple here and there on the outside of the card. But I'm not ready to do so. But I think we're gonna call it think we're going to call it a win. So I've been live for just a little over 2 hours. I hardly had anything prepped, and I feel like because I feel like we got a lot done together. So I think we're actually we're going to be right at the 2 hour mark when all is said and done. I'm going to create more cards with the kit, but I think I'm ready for a break, for a snack. And I think that I will end up trying to figure out how to make her a little bit lower profiled if I can. I'll probably add a couple jewels here and there, and I'll probably add some sequins on the outskirts of this. But I feel happy with my first 2 cards featuring the June Clubs from Spellbinders. I'm just loving the Hawaii themed. And I mean, look at how perfectly that shaker mix just shakes. It's so fun. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get a snack, a drink, and then I'll probably make some more cards, but I'm not going to make them live. I'll just make them and photograph them and share them in the next, coming couple weeks or so. But I am so thrilled that you guys came in and hung out with me for a couple of hours today. So let me get switched back around to me. I'm just going to move this a little bit out of my face so I can see you guys. But I thank you guys so much for joining me today. I let my hair just air dry today. I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like getting hot. So I kind of got that frizzy beachy vibe going on right now. Perfect, right? It's like I got out of the ocean and just let it dry. I would never do that. Salt kills my hair. So I would never do that in real life, but we're going with that for this one. So thank you guys. Oh, thank you so much for your kind comments. I'm glad you enjoyed watching these little cuties come to life. Of course, if you are not a subscriber to any of the clubs and you're interested, I do earn a small affiliate commission at no cost to you. Spellbinders pays it. So I would love for you, if you are interested in adding any of the clubs to your subscription or just subscribing for the first time, I would love for you to use my links. So if I inspired you to sign up for anything, I would love for you to use my links, and those are in the video description. Absolutely. I will absolutely share all of my cards once they're done. I'll photograph these and I'll get them uploaded. I'll get up the thumbnail done for this video and all of that, hopefully by the end of the weekend. Well, I had so much fun hanging out with you. Thank you, Randy. I had fun hanging out with you. And this was a perfect Saturday. We didn't have many plans for the day, so I am super excited that I got to spend a couple hours crafting with you. And I should call my brother and see how he's doing with his kiddos. I think he has his kiddos and his girlfriend's kiddos, so I should probably see how he's doing. I should call him. But other than that, friends, I think I'm planning to go live on Monday. I haven't scheduled out next week's lives yet, but I think I am planning to go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so 3 times next week. And I think Monday I might be using the Altenew June release. I think I've been doing like the whole ocean under the sea theme for most of my hop cards. I think I'm going to try out the florals. There are some really a couple beautiful florals in this one from the subscription products that released. So I think that might be what my Monday is. So Poison Lady is asking me if I have a regular time. Pretty much, yes, I do. Now, I do suggest so in my video description at the bottom, there's a connect with me element. And the very first link is to sign up for my emails. I actually wanted to go over emails with you guys really quickly too. What is that light you have above your desk? This is actually it's a Canva light. I don't ever use the light because it puts an ugly glare on my glass mat, but it's how I have my overhead camera in place. Anyway, back to emails. So if you sign up for my emails, I send out reminders for all of my lives. I send out inspiration for all of the releases that I'm a part of. And most of the releases that I do, there's giveaways at some point. So I try to send out all of the giveaway information as well. I sent one out this morning for the Alta New Blog Hop, and then had the little reminder about this live in that same email because I didn't want to send out 2 emails. I hate doing that to people in one day. If I have to, I will, but I would prefer not to. I send out things about when I'm teaching classes, whether they're virtual or in person. So if you're not signed up for my emails and that's something that interests you, go ahead and do that. I wanted to say, so I have been sending emails from between, I have an email marketing software that I use, and then I get an allotment of emails that I can send directly from my website. And I've been doing kind of like a 50-50. So I think I'm still going to use my monthly allotment from my website, but more of my emails are going to be coming from that email marketing software, which it's a little bit more finicky about emails landing in promotion folders and in spam folders. So if you are an email subscriber and you find you're not seeing my emails as often, check your spam folder first for them. And if they do for some reason hit your spam folder, go in, click on it, mark it not as spam, add it, put it in your inbox, and then save the email to your contact list. And that typically tells your email provider that you want to receive that email. Now, if it's landing in your promotion folder, which is a Gmail thing, that one's a little harder. There's not really a workaround on that because they consider the promotion folder in your inbox. So you'll just have to keep an eye out if it's landing in your promotion folder. So I think I'm done taking your time for the day and chatting your ear off, all the things. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this couple of hours of crafting together. I certainly enjoyed getting to hang out with you guys, and I really love how cute these little cards turned out, and I can't wait to make more cards with this absolutely adorable Hawaii luau themed clubs this month. So be on the lookout for more from me. And other than that, I'll let you guys go. Have a great rest of your Saturday, a great rest of your weekend. And I should be back on Monday. And so during the week, I try to schedule my lives at the same time on those days. So next week should be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on my YouTube channel. And of course, if you can't make it at 1 p.m., the replay will always be available. All right, friends, have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your weekend, and I will hopefully see you on Monday. Bye.